So there's a myth in our culture that when you're in a job you don't like, you should spend your free time working on side projects to figure out what you want to do next and build your resume for the next thing. It's great advice if you just are kind of bored with your job, but usually when we don't like a job, it's because the culture is bad. The climate around our boss and the other employees and the work we're doing leaves us feeling drained at the end of the day. And this is completely normal, which is why this advice is bad. Oftentimes when we're in these jobs, we are just surrounded by a poor climate. Now, why does climate matter? So my mom's from Texas, and in Texas, they plant bluebonnets on the side of the highway that grow every spring and bloom, and they're beautiful, and they take over full fields. It's a wildflower. So in Texas, it's not hard to grow bluebonnets because of the climate. However, I lived in Colorado my whole life, and my mom would try to grow bluebonnets in our garden. She is a great gardener. She could grow anything in the garden, even bluebonnets. She could get 2 or 3 bluebonnets out of hundreds of seeds to bloom every season. And why was that? It was because the climate was not made for bluebonnets. Bluebonnets do well in the humidity in East Texas. They do not do well in the rain shadow of the Rocky Mountains in a desert. Similarly, your creativity might flourish if you're getting everything you need, just like the bluebonnets, they get enough sun and water and the right soil. However, when we're in a climate with a boss that is draining us, that makes it really hard for us to do the job to find the next thing. It'd be like spending quarantine with a couch that was too small to lay out on all the way, so you never get to relax. How are you supposed to be creative in that environment? So the best advice when you're in one of those jobs that is draining is to either find a way to carve out the climate you need to. Maybe you take off Fridays every couple of weeks to spend some time on it, or you give yourself enough relaxation, or you find a job that isn't as draining so that you can finally focus on what you want to do with that side project. So the next time someone says, why don't you work on that in your free time? Just say, I don't have the right climate for that.